This is part 2 in the series today. Series, what is it? Season 1, episode 3. And this is a back-to-back. So I heard something creepy. So I have my Doc Martens purse. I'll have to show you if I know how to embed pictures. So I will figure that out sometime. I don't think I can put them in the comments. I'm looking at window. I'm looking at my windowsill. I've got 3 items. And a cord. I don't know what the cord is for. And there's a snuff bottle, a spray bottle with spring water, a necklace, a really blue rock, like bluer than the blue clear rock, and an amethyst that looks like a part of a geode. In the middle, so they got all this natural stuff on the edge. Oh, and there's a bowl that's like an Asian, it looks like ornaments painted on it with a gold rim. That's very nice. That's the blessing bowl. There's some other interesting little trinkets over here. I have no idea what some of this stuff. Oh, I got a, speaking of blessing bowl, I got a snuff bottle that's shaped like a chicken nugget. In the middle is what I was focusing on, because I mentioned in the last video that there was some items that I wanted to show you, and actually wanted to do a what's in my backpack from my survival bag, and it's not got anything that I could survive because I don't even think it has snacks in it anymore. I was carrying it around in the back of the vehicle during 2020. From 2019, I brought it out. It's the same backpack that the dude has on Mr. Robot, which is very interesting that it's the same. And that bag hardly holds anything, but all he ever carried was his computer. So that backpack we got hiking, and it's very interesting that I recognized it. I've been through a lot with that. I should be grateful. My boyfriend bought it for me. Because we were supposed to go hiking in the Olympia National Forest. It didn't quite go very far, so I was actually practicing using that bag. I ought to do it today, guys. I ought to do it. I have the light with the porch light. Looks like something I got at Dollar Tree or something. And I love the color of the bulb. The two little, looks like LED bulbs. They have that warm glow to them. And I have that solar charged, and it only comes on if you turn them on. So I actually might try turning it on tonight and see what happens. See how long a glow lasts. Yeah, I haven't done that yet. You can have a battery inside that could wear out. So you could, you can have certain things like I had from Harbor Freight, the solar charger. Some of them didn't have any. I got one from Amazon, a battery charger, solar battery charger. It charged the batteries, and then some people say the Harbor Freight one, it drains the battery, so it doesn't have like a automatic stop switch inside or something. These batteries are charged. It's say 7 o'clock at night, and it stops. I guess these ones, it drains the battery and then recharges it. That sounds like, I don't know, that doesn't sound very good. And then I have in the middle, I won this prize. It's even not a carabiner, and it's a solar powered battery bank that has a what do you call it? I had the plug twist tied to the carabiner, and I think it has why do I think it has a compass? For some reason I thought it has a compass on it and a light. That's super hard to figure out how to turn the light on. And then on the left, I got a 2-pack during 2020 emergency kit, or 2020 COVID emergency kit. There's a very shiny rectangle from BJ's 2-pack of battery charger. It has a digital readout, so when you charge it or you charge your device, it'll say 100 and then 99. I tried 98, And then there's some other stuff, but that's just in that window. just staying in the sun. There's a battery-powered radio somewhere. It was staying in this window, and the battery was draining. It wasn't necessarily... It was like 3 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. I don't even know if there's 5 bars, but you know what I mean. Almost full, but not all the way full. 8:45, I feel like I'm going to end up stopping this video suddenly. So I had this Doc Martin purse. And I started dating at the end of 2018. I went out with some guy named Sam at the Safeway. I met him at the Safeway. I'm trying to think. Starbucks. Portland, Oregon, Cesar Chavez, and Southeast Powell. This guy was Moroccan. He's really pushy towards me. This young lady at work, who I got along with, but I didn't. It was love-hate. She was married to this really sweet guy that used to be a regular customer, and then she started working. Still was a regular customer, but I don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg, but somehow we knew the guy, and we knew her, and the guy was working up the street, and they were just, I tell you, a really sweet couple. But she was not that nice. Like, she did have that young spirit in knowing about people's behaviors and about abuse, and younger people, they're concerned about politics, they're concerned about how people treat others, they're concerned about environmental matters, you know. And she was like, that guy sounds like he's being microaggressive. Do you want to date someone like that? I'm like, no. Why are you going out with him? I don't know. Because I want to go on a date before I die. And I met him on online dating. I can't remember what the programs are. And I didn't want to go out with him, but I did. But he was sure dang bossy, telling me what I had to do in my life. And I went home. He said thank you, and I blocked him. It was getting pretty abusive. It's just like, I shouldn't have even I shouldn't even met up with him, but I was in severe desperation that I wasn't going to die and say I wish I had gone on a date and see how it felt to hang out with a man. And I'm trying to think, I feel like it's hard to tell in Portland whether the weather is winter time or not. I feel like September, October, I was being more serious about my fitness, my hair, my skin. So 2018 was a lot of year of change. 2014 was the year of the car accident and the graduation from med school. 2015 was the continuing of med school and the dealing with the car accident. And supposedly taking my board exam for naturopathic obstetrics or childbirthing. Anyway, so a whole bunch of stuff was rapid changing. I had been living off of student loans. God, my life is... Anyways, I met someone else on online dating in December-ish, around the holidays. They had their kids visiting. I'm pretty sure one was in a college situation, so the visiting was that holiday visit from someone that's not living in town. The younger one was still in town, but he wanted to see some movies with his kids. And he's like, yeah, we'll get together after after New Year's Day. And so this guy I was dating, and it didn't work out, but I was consistently with this fella for 6 whole freaking months, and it didn't work out. So it was around January, the third week in January, we were steadily going out every weekend. Because he's like, oh, I want to see you again. Oh. And I ended up taking the day. I didn't really take days off at work. I was working at Pizza Hut. I was supposed to be a doctor, and I was working at the other job. I don't know what happened to that job, but anyways, I was still working that job. What happened to it? Anyways, I ended up I worked Valentine's Day the year before at Pizza Hut, and it was a nightmare. Between the heart-shaped pizzas that are like super small. You guys get a heart shape? Maybe they made them bigger, but get more than one, because your dinner is going to be very small. So we cut a large pizza, we cut it down, right? So I wish that we could use the outside and make like a garlic bread or something that ends up shaped like a heart. Anyway, that's just me. But we had to throw away so much dough. Anyways, should have made some kind of pastry or something. Just throw it in there. Just throw it in the oven. We're not allowed to eat the stuff that was left over anyway, so it had to go in the garbage, cooked or raw. Anyways, I took that week off in advance so that someone would have ample time to work. And I didn't want to deal with the phones and the internet ringing off the hook with all these orders of all these dudes that were just ordering these stupid pizzas for their date nights. Stay inside date nights, right? So this guy, I mentioned that I took Valentine's Day off. I go, I don't know what's going on between us, but we're at least friends. We could have a friendly dinner or hangout session like we'd already been doing. Going to movies, going to the salad place, going to McMinimans. We were already doing stuff, going to meetings. And he's like, no, I'm not going to hang out with you on Valentine's Day. Because first of all, I don't believe in it. Second of all, like, I don't know how somehow, if I read between the lines or didn't, that we weren't any kind of couple. And I just said, let's just go as friends. How many times have single people, divorced people, single people, for me, I had gone 15 years with 0 dates. 0 romantic interest. 0. Not even one person. I don't have friends. I don't have romantic interest. People can do Valentine's. What do we do when you have little kids? You spend all the Valentine's Day getting Valentine's and kids taping lollipops to the thing and getting the list from school and filling out the envelopes and signing their name. Like, it's like this big kids thing, and the kid comes home with a backpack full of candy and, oh, your kid didn't give candy, so they're not getting candy, which I think is rude because maybe they didn't give candy because they're broke, or they didn't give Valentine's because they're broke. Maybe they deserve some love. If you're a teacher, I don't think you should withhold love because your kid didn't. And crap is expensive. You know, the card companies take advantage. Poor kids that couldn't pass them out. I don't think that's right. Anyways, somebody used UPS stickers, and they had 2 each. They had like UPS, and then it's like love. It said love, Claire. I remember I was like going through my son's like, do you still want this stuff? And I really didn't want to get rid of stuff. But that clutter of the things you want built up, and look what happened to my dad's house. Goes to the machine. I wonder what that means. Anyways, I think it means you can't delete anything. Anyways, I bought this Doc Martin purse. I feel like it was $60 or $80, and it's a patent leather black, and I was hoping my little iPad would fit in it. And I don't know. I think they said it was 7 inches, but it might have been like the diagonal inches, and so it didn't fit in there. So I was really hoping to have a satchel that I could carry a small wallet, and a Doc Martin, Anyways, it was patent leather, it was black, and it had the rainbow trim fabric thread, and the straps very narrow. I still use that today, so I basically can put some napkins. I usually try to carry, like, I think I lost the other dollar bill that I had. I had like a $5 bill in there or something in case we went to a restaurant or a store. And then I had my keys, which is a lot of keys, and my cell phone all fit in there. That's about it. I could fit I was going to sell this leather wallet. It could fit my little wallet, and the only reason I don't use that, when I came here, I used that as my everyday bag, but I got the EpiPen, and it doesn't fit in there, so that's why I have these Walmart and secondhand purses all over the place, which I actually don't like any of them. They don't fit the iPad and the EpiPen and the wallet, and so, I don't know. Anyway, it's a different story. You can make it fit, but you can't put anything else in it, or they like bulge open and look all funky, or one of them is like top loading and it doesn't cover, so you can't go out in the rain, or you don't want people to be able to see what you have, or be able to, it's like only can carry it on my shoulder. It doesn't have, I like the crossbody bag, but that, like a purse that looks nice, that's what I like. Actually, would like to not carry anything. If you wear men's cargo pants, you can fit the iPad in the pocket of the cargo jeans, but the women's ones, not so much. In fact, I have some women's. I should try and see. Just wear those pants all the time. So I bought this purse for myself as a present because I was doing self-care. I was doing lingerie purchasing for myself. It's basically used. I was actually just like, if it doesn't fit, I'll sell it online. So I ended up I ended up ordering it through the website, getting that, and being happy with myself. And the most money I ever made in my life was working at Pizza Hut. Hello?